So the runners are at the start. Orphan Andy, Mum Pays the Bills, Revelstoke, the 2-year-olds off the front. Back in the Sky, an interview. Come off 20 metres, the pair of 3-year-olds. And the tape is back and they're away. Orphan Andy off the inside was away okay. Little sluggish into stride, was back in the Sky at the tail of the field as they run their way down the straight on the first occasion. Orphan Andy is going to go through and take up the running with 2 circuits left to go. Mum Pays the Bills into second, Revelstoke into third. Fourth in the trial is Interview, and back in the Sky after that slow getaway has made a mistake at the back of the field. So running out towards the 1,800 metres and leading the way Orphan Andy, allowed to stride clear here for John Justice. Leads out by 15 metres. In second placing is Mum Pays the Bills. 5 metres away in third placing is Revelstoke. A break of 10 metres or so to Interview. And back in the Sky is the one that's out the back, approaching the 1,600 metre marker. And Orphan Andy striding along here is out with a commanding lead at the moment. Lead in time was covered in 52.8. So swinging their way off the back, the leader is Orphan Andy, out by 25 metres at the moment. Mum Pays the Bills for Craig Demler in second placing. Third, Revelstoke for Josh Aiken. 10 metres away in the field to Interview for Alex Ashwood. And tailed off back in the Sky, getting further behind. So they're about to complete a circuit approaching the 1,200 metres. And Orphan Andy's been given a solid enough hit out here through the first lap of the trial. And the first quarter covered in 30.6. So the bell about to ring. And Orphan Andy comes down to the winning post with a circuit to go out by 25 metres. Mum Pays the Bills in second. Revelstoke just happy to follow that runner as they make the bottom turn. Then Interview and still back in the Sky, a long, long way behind them. So running out towards the 800 metres, and Orphan Andy's been allowed to stride along. A mistake back in the field. Going off stride there was Interview. So past the half-mile peg, second quarter in 31.2. Orphan Andy goes into the back, still leading by about 20 metres. In second placing, Mum Pays the Bills. Revelstoke in third. 40 metres or so further back to Interview, and tailed out is back in the Sky. So the runners near the end of the back straight. Orphan Andy coming back to them quickly, and Josh Aiken leaves the pegs on Revelstoke, and it's quickly improving around the outside, and you'd suspect by the quarter pole is going to be going straight past Orphan Andy. So at the 400 now, and Revelstoke's taken the lead. Orphan Andy starting to run out of gas on the inside, about to be passed by Mum Pays the Bills. Then Interview, and well out of it back in the Sky. Third quarter 31.4, and into the home straight they come, and Revelstoke under a nice hold from Josh Aiken is about 12 metres in front. Mum Pays the Bills went to second from a tiring Orphan Andy, but halfway down the lane it's Revelstoke leading the way. Mum Pays the Bills taking some ground off, but Revelstoke will go on to win the trial by 12 metres. Mum Pays the Bills in second, Orphan Andy third. Then Interview, who made a mistake at about the 900 metres, has followed them home, and just coming down with around 100 metres or so to go now back in the Sky. Final quarter was 30.5, mile rate to 6.9. So the result after trial number 1, numbers 3, 2, 1, 5 and 4. 3, 2, 1, 5 and 4. Margins were 11 metres by 11 metres. Time for the trial 256.7. The mile rate 26.9. Last mile 23.8. The half in 61.9. And the margins were 11 both ways. 3, 2, 1, 5 and 4 after the running of trial 1.